Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming back to my channel. I've definitely taken some time away from recording long form content. So I just wanted to come in and give a bit of an update to just say what I've been doing, how things are going, and hopefully work on those, video muscles to get back into. It's always kind of scary to create content. If you're a content creator, you'll totally understand. If not, yeah, it's very nerve wracking. So just want to give a little bit of an update. You can find down in the timestamps each section that I want to talk about. And hopefully, this gets me back into the groove of things. So I appreciate you being here, being a subscriber. I'm going to do my best to keep continuing to create crochet and political content. So feel free to click that subscribe button and let's jump into what has been going on in my life. First and foremost, one of the most pressing things I've been doing is I have been going down to the ice facility over in the Portland, Oregon area on McAdam Street, and we have been protesting non-violently, of course. I've actually been down there with my table of crochet, just giving out free crochet lessons for everyone who is eager to learn. I do feel like this is a good way for me to protest. I mean, when you're protesting, you're just kind of down there, and I think it would be good to keep your hands busy during this time and especially with the rhetoric that's been going on, being called, like a really violent city and that we're on fire. I think it kind of goes against that rhetoric being spouted by the president of the United States. So, if you do find yourself in the Portland, Oregon area, you can actually come down to the ICE facility to learn how to crochet for me, free of charge, of course, just giving out lessons. And everyone's been learning so quickly, which has been super awesome. So, thanks everyone who's come on down. Thanks everyone who's also donated yarn, hooks, and other materials to make it easier for everybody. We have our signs. Here are some pictures as well on screen that I've been sharing just during these times. And also got lucky with timing that I got some media attention on the matter from the Oregonian, which is like our local news over here for the state. So that was definitely interesting to see myself up there and seeing the comments. A lot of them very supportive. It seems like most Oregonians, at least over in this area, do not want ice here. I mean, like who does? Like they're evil, and I fucking hate Yahtzees. I mean, who doesn't? So we're taking the time to just voice our concerns of the matter and practicing our First Amendment right of free speech to say we do not want these people here, we do not need them here, and the city and the city and the state have been kind of battling it out with the federal government about having the troops be deployed here as well. So yeah, it's kind of freaky for sure to be down there. A lot of brave souls, much braver than me as well. But I have a lot of privilege to be down there due to my skin color, also due to my sex. I'm a taller white man, so I should definitely be out there, and that's what I'm trying to practice and do and show my community, my city, that immigrants are welcome here. Like, you are uniquely American, undocumented or not. This is the land for immigrants. So it's just disgusting what ICE is doing. And yeah, so this is my form of protest. Now with the colder and wet weather, it is going to be a little harder to teach normal crochet lessons, but we're going to make do, and also collecting plastic bags to create some plarn. So that'll be a bit easier to craft while you're in the rain. You can actually find my video down in the description below. I actually have a tutorial on how to make plarn and how to use it and stuff. So we'll probably just be making like mats for people experiencing homelessness. It makes a big difference to have a layer of something between you and the earth when you're sleeping. So, um, yeah, so that's been going on at ICE. So you might have seen that on the internet if you do follow me. I have been posting YouTube shorts as well. I've been posting short form content, just not long form. So, yeah, thank you everyone for your support on that. It has been, although the situation is dire and very violent and quite frankly disgusting, as a community member, it has been nice to be able to be out there and meet local community members, people who are fighting for a change. And although there's only so much that we can do as civilians, at least gets the media to be focusing on the issue rather than this rampant abuse of power from ICE being being taken advantage of and no one documenting. So yeah, it's disgusting. So hopefully they're able to remove them, get rid of the ICE permit, and even just like let the media go into the ICE facility. I mean, it's kind of wild when you're standing there and you're just looking at the building and you just know there's human beings in cages. I mean, that's what America's come to. American fascism is is a tough thing to swallow, but America has always been violent, and we've been doing that all across the globe. Instilling fear into many other places, communities, societies, cultures, and it was about time that it came home. So we are now experiencing that, but I'm proud of Portland for what they're doing. So if you find yourself down at Portland Ice facility, yeah, come take a free crochet lesson from me. On a positive note, something I have been able to go do this really recently, actually, in the month of November, was I was able to travel to Las Vegas to compete in my first Pokemon TCG major of the year. So that was really exciting and super fun. Although the results aren't exactly where I wanted them to be, I did practice a lot, and the prep period was super fun. Super happy with my list, and I've been making a lot of like new friends, and I've been kind of like swallowed in by like a big friend group. And so I got to travel with them and that was an absolute blast to be able to just get to know these people. And we're very like-minded. It's good to know our friendship will last, because they say when you travel with people, they can either make or break a relationship. So that I want really well. So yeah, it was a ton of fun. If you're interested in learning more about my competitive Pokemon, side passion slash hobby, I can definitely make more content on that. I always just feel kind of weird mixing it all together. But yeah, it was a ton of fun. Loved my list, like I said. Only had to endure one person who I was not fond of during the tournament. But outside of that, getting to know people in my area, it's actually really interesting because this friend group of mine, everyone is a transplant from somewhere else. None of them are from Portland. I'm the only born and raised. So it's really awesome to hear so many different perspectives on what they like about the city, and what they're enjoying now, and kind of why they've stayed and how they view the people here in Portland. Portland's not a perfect place by any means, but uh, I think it's a cool place to reside for sure. So if you ever want to travel here, it's a beautiful area, like no doubt about that. And we have the best tap water in the world. So in terms of my crochet, that has been quite abysmal. The only time I've really been crocheting is when I am down at the ice protests. I do have kind of like my project I've been working on, which is just going to be like a frog scarf, which I only touch that when I'm like down there just because I want to keep my hands busy. I've been a bit out of it for sure. And I don't really know how to get back into it. My desire and drive to go out and get supplies and stuff has definitely been coming, or has come to a halt after like Joanne closed. So definitely a bummer on that end. I actually have just been having a really hard time finding creativity. So um I don't know, I've just like designed so many patterns, and there's so many things that I need to like go back and redo, which I will, but my nails are definitely holding me back from that. So I have just painted them again, so we'll see if I can like grow them out a bit where I can feel confident to make some video tutorials for all of you. Very evergreen. And not even just like career wise, I think it's important for me to get back on the crocheting, but we all know crochet is like so important for mental health and stuff. And especially now, as we are, enduring American fascism, and we're all experiencing it at different levels, but it is a collective trauma. And there are things that I don't necessarily have to worry about, but uh, I could keep going on my merry way, but this stuff is also important. So for many of you, if you don't have a craft, or you have been feeling quite, you know, stifled by it all, do your best to be creative again. One of the things that in a fascist society, or regime is what it really is taking away your ability to express yourself freely. And we do still live in a time where you are able to express yourself. Whether you are an expert and pro or if you're totally a novice, it doesn't really matter. Art is art. You are a fiber artist. If you've, even just creating chains is like a huge deal. So do your best to keep your hands busy. Do your best to, using crochet as some mental floss for these difficult times. It is winter, at least over here in the States. So, a lot of people are inside. Now's a great time to get started on projects, freehanding. Who cares what you make? Just, and I'm almost speaking to myself in this way because I'm being kind of a hypocrite saying this, but it's just so important to keep your hands busy and keep your brain stimulated in that way. If you're a doom scroller like myself, it's a good way to also not doom scroll as heavily. I know it's important to keep up with the news, but it's also important for you not to feel so paralyzed with fear. They are flooding the zone with propaganda and just so many just terrible people online. Holy. So, I believe in you. Do your best. I have also been a little out of it as well due to some extreme dental problems I've been having. So that has all been really kind of a nightmare. I'm not going to get too into it, but I do want to remind you, if you haven't been taking care of your teeth or at least just going to the dentist, please take it from me and just go. Even if you're uninsured, I'm in the same boat for insurance wise. A lot of these dentist practices actually offer like subscription services, which I mean, talk about dystopian, but yeah, you can definitely, at least get routine cleanings for a fixed price. If you have like a dental school or like a hospital, you can actually go there for reduced prices as well. Long story short, I just haven't been to the dentist in like 6 or 7 years, and I've already had dental problems before. So I've had to go in quite a few times, one for like an emergency root canal, pretty much. So I've had like 3 appointments or like 3 surgeries pretty much on this one tooth for the root canals. Very painful, very expensive, to the point where it's just been debilitating. Many tears have been shed with this whole issue for a number of reasons. But shout out to OHSU over here in Oregon. They've been taking care of me to the best of their ability, I would say. It has reduced the price by a large margin. Um, and yeah, just it's kind of wild because like dental pain is so close to your brain that like it really does affect your psyche. So I've been like dealing with a lot of pain and a lot of just like being like debilitated, honestly, like to like many nights where I just can't think, can't sleep. I'm just laying there with just like this massive migraine. Luckily we're at the very tail end of it. My no more tooth pain. Oh my gosh, I'm not a religious man, but I could pray to something uh, for the relief I feel now. So just take it from me. Please go in and try to do what you can for your teeth. I know it is like such a financial privilege to be able to do that, but whatever you can make work for yourself, yeah. And if you can't do anything, avoid the energy drinks. I'm pretty sure that's what really like was a catalyst for all these issues. So glad that's all done. Glad that that tooth has no more nerves in it. Glad I got to keep my tooth. And yeah, so that's also another reason I've taken a step back away from content as well. And last but not least, some media that I have been absorbing. It's one thing to create art, but it's another to absorb it. And I've definitely been absorbing lots of media myself. Keep yourself distracted. You can still find a lot of joy in this world. You're definitely allowed to, and you definitely should be. You know, we still have to live the life we live. So here are some of my recommendations that I've been really enjoying. So far for 2025, my album of the year is definitely Clockworked by Stray from the Path. Very hardcore, very political, and it's definitely a really great release to just be like, yes, I do wish the absolute worst on these ICE agents and our politicians who are making this happen. So if you want to listen to some aggressive music, that's great there. I'm also enjoying the album Buried in Jade by Thousand Below. A bit more post-hardcore, I would say. Good stuff though. Good album. Really fleshed out, and I really quite like it. And then here are the singles I've been loving in lots of different categories. Spaghetti by La Seraphim is awesome. It came out last year, but Whiplash by Espa is also on repeat as well, along with some of these other singles and EPs. So take a gander if you would like. I've also been reading a lot. So some of the manga and anime I've been enjoying is the first one is Gotcha Akuta. That one's been really awesome. The whole trash premise with like the power scaling is pretty fun to read about. And then my current favorite that I'm reading right now is Kagurabachi. Uh, really liking that one. I don't think it's anything like new or really like, you know, wheel developing, but I do think it's a lot of awesome elements from many different other series. That's a lot of fun. And the art is awesome. So loving that. Uh, I am eagerly waiting for the new season of My Hero Academia to be done so I can rewatch the entire series. That'll be a lot of fun to go back. I've read that manga like 3 times. I actually have all the volumes sealed away as well. So excited for that. I went to an Attack on Titan orchestra up in Seattle. So that was really cool. Really enjoyed that. Brought a tear to my eye, of course, because the music is just so beautiful. And then I am currently still keeping up with Chainsaw Man. I'm a fake fan. I haven't seen the new movie yet, but I will once it's out over here. I'm not really a fan of seeing movies in the movie theater because every time I do, I kid you not, the past 4 times there has been a moth flying in the theater and I'm sick of it. There's too many variables happening, too many sick people, too many like annoying people. People, man. Like I'm here to fight for the cause and fight for my common countrymen, but surrounding myself around a lot of these strangers, I'm not a big fan of. So that's on me. That's on me. In terms of video games, I'm playing a lot of Pokemon TCG. Haven't played the video game, not really into the Pokemon games anymore, but when Champions comes out for sure. And then a lot of Battlefield 6 with my friends. So that's been a lot of fun. I'm counting down the days for when Power World comes out with version 1. So I'll definitely be on that hype train. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me. I mainly just wanted a reason to just speak to the camera. It's always like freaky to do it. I have this like deep anxiety of being perceived, which is freaky to me, which sounds ironic considering I do have like a following online and that's all been self, done. So it's hard to like balance. The world is pretty freaky. I imagine, someone with me who has so much privilege, I find it to be scary. I can only imagine those who are in marginalized communities and may have different skin color than me, how they're feeling right now. And it's just sickening. So, yeah, fuck this administration. And, the United States the empire is falling. And I think it's time for it to fall. I mean, it was not doing its citizens good anyways. It sucks that it has to end so tragically and low key violently, but, you know, America will be here. It just is going to reinvent itself. And I would at least like to be a part of that reinvention process. You know, immigrants and everyone here deserve to be here. They deserve to be taken care of by the government that they pay taxes into. And the people here deserve to feel safe. And people don't feel safe. People here feel stressed out, worn down, and unsafe. And it's not a healthy society. So, thank you for being here just as an audience member and a viewer and helping me work on these creative muscles to like speak to the camera. Ah, gosh, I just want to curl up and just like avoid the world, but um, you know, it would be wrong of someone like me to do that. If that's all you can do and find joy and just survive, then I'm proud of you for doing so. Just people with privilege need to be standing up. Um, yeah, I'm filled with a lot of hate and anger for sure. So I appreciate all of your kind words and support on my other social channels. And I'll be back with a video describing a bit more about the ICE experiences and what we're going to be collecting for donations moving forward, especially with like, SNAP on the line and people going hungry. It's also the holiday season and just like my viewpoints on the world. I think it's good to record your thoughts and feelings right now as like a digital diary during these times. So thank you much. I will catch you for the next video. Take care.